In this video tutorial, I am going to discuss about the general aspects of gene regulation. Now, in the previous video, we had discussed about genome, gene and gene regulation. So, when we talk about the genes are basically of two types. One is constitutive genes, one variety is the constitutive genes and other variety is the inducible genes. Now, in case of constitutive genes, these are the genes which are expressed at a constant rate. So, their rate of expression is a constant. So, constant rate of expression. And second thing, the second important aspect about constitutive genes is that they are expressed in almost all cells. So, almost all cells, right. So, these two characteristics makes the constitutive genes. Now, as you can see over here that they have constant rate of expression and they are expressed in almost all cells. That means that these constitutive genes are under a minimum influence of other or outside regulatory element. Okay, they are not subject to regulation. This is very important thing. They are not subject to regulation. And based on what you can say this thing, because as they have constant rate of expression, if something is regulating constitutive gene, then that means their rate of expression cannot remain constant. Their rate of expression may change, but here this thing is not happening. Okay, they have constant rate of expression. That means there is no any regulatory element over here, right? And as an example, the example of constitutive gene is the genes. It is the genes, they are the genes coding for enzymes of TCA cycle, right? Enzymes of TCA cycle. Now, see, Mother Nature had planned this gene such a way that if the genes which are coding for the enzymes of TCA cycle, if these genes are constitutive, that means their enzyme will be synthesized at a constant rate and in all the tissue, so that this TCA cycle, which is very important for the energy generation, so almost all the cell can get enzymes of this TCA cycle at a constant rate. Okay, so the examples of constitutive genes are these genes coding for enzymes of TCA cycle. Now, the second type of gene, second variety of gene, that is inducible gene. Now, this inducible genes, they are not working at a constant rate. So, it's a counterpart of this constitutive genes, right? Constitutive genes are constant rate of expression, they have constant rate of expression, whereas inducible genes, they are not working at constant rate, but their rate of expression of these inducible genes, it is variable. It is actually the rate of expression is regulated by various regulatory element. The rate of expression of what? Rate of expression of this inducible genes are regulated or is regulated by various regulatory elements, So, let us try to understand this part. Okay, so suppose this is the genome, this is the complete genome of one organism. Okay, if we want to talk about the genome of human, then we have to write such 23 pieces, but here let us assume that this is the complete genome of one organism. Okay, so this is complete genome, and let us assume that this small part is one particular gene. Okay, this is gene, and the variety of this gene is inducible gene. Okay, it is inducible gene. So, I am writing it in the bracket, inducible gene. Inducible gene means that its rate of expression is not a constant, it is variable, and that increase rate of expression or decrease rate of expression, it depends on the regulatory element. So, there is regulatory element is there, which is controlling the rate of expression of this inducible gene, and we know that the expression of gene means transcription, and if the transcripted product is mRNA, then translation also, translation. So, this is the expression of gene, right. So, the regulatory element that influence the inducible gene. Now, this influence can be positive influence or it can be negative influence. It can be either any of two, right. It can be a positive influence or negative influence. So, what are these regulatory element? This regulatory element, it can be protein, it can be any protein, it can be carbohydrate, it can be cyclic AMP, it can be electrolyte, it can be a calcium also. So, virtually anything can be possible as a regulatory element. It can be other nucleic acid also, So, regulatory element can be anything and it can have positive influence or negative influence. Suppose it has positive influence, let us assume it has positive influence. So, at that time that regulatory element, it is known as positive regulator. So, what is positive regulator? Positive regulators are the regulatory element which has positive influence on the rate of gene expression, right. So, this is positive regulator. The other names given to these positive regulators, these are the inducers, or they are also known as enhancers, or they are also known as activators. So, all these four things means same, that the regulatory element which has positive influence on the gene expression, right. So, similarly, if any element which is any regulatory element which can decrease the expression of gene, that are known as negative regulator, those are known as negative regulator. And just like positive regulator has been given certain names, the negative regulators, they are also known as repressor, or silencers. So, these are the things about the positive regulators and negative regulators. So, by this we understand that if positive regulator is there, then it increases the expression of this inducible gene, right. But that relationship between positive regulator and increased expression of inducible gene, that can be of the one of the three variety. So, there can be a type A, pattern, or that can be type B, or there can be a type C. So, three different types of relationship exist. Suppose on the y-axis we take a gene expression, and on the x-axis we take a time. So, on this y-axis we take a gene expression, and on this x-axis we take a time. So, when normally no any positive regulatory element is there, what happens? The gene expression, it is at very low level, it is at the basal rate. But if you add a signal, suppose this part, the signal is present or the positive regulatory element is present. So, what will happen? When the signal is present, immediately gene expression is increased, it will remain elevated till this regulatory element is present. So, at this point this positive regulatory element is ended. So, immediately it comes down to the basal rate. So, this happens till the positive regulatory element is present, the gene expression remains elevated. That is known as type A response. In case of type B response, again the same graph, that is on the y-axis we have this gene expression, and then on this x-axis we have a time, right. So, here also suppose at this moment and at this moment positive regulator is present, and let us see what happens to the gene expression. So, here at this place positive regulator has been started and here ended, here started and here ended. That is the presence of positive regulator. So, when positive regulator is not there, the expression of gene is at the basal rate. But when positive regulator is there, immediately there is increase in the gene expression. But in case of type B, what happens? Within a moment, within a fraction of time, this gene expression come back to the basal rate of expression, and then it remains at the basal rate. So what happened actually over here? So initially this positive regulator had increased this expression of gene, but immediately that particular gene undergoes desensitization. That means now immediately after that, this gene, this positive regulator has no any effect on this elevated gene expression. So it immediately comes down and it will remain at the basal rate. It will remain at the basal rate for certain amount time, because now this gene requires certain time so that it can recover. So there is a phase of recovery, and that particular fixed amount of time is required. So once the time is passed, and once again you introduce this positive regulator, again same thing will happen, that immediately there is increase in the expression of gene, and within a moment, within a fraction, it comes back to the basal rate and it will remain so. So here you can see the difference between type A and type B. In case of type A, the gene expression is elevated till all the time when the positive regulator is present, whereas in case of type B, if you provide even for a longer time this positive regulator, then in that case also the gene expression remains elevated only for a fraction of time. Okay, it is not like type A. Now what about the type C? So again, in case of type C, on this y axis we are taking gene expression. This is gene expression, and on the x axis, and on this x axis we have a time. Okay, so suppose at this moment, at this particular moment, we have positive regulator present. Okay, so let's see what happens to the gene expression. So when positive regulator is not there, gene expression is at the basal rate. Okay, as soon as the positive regulator comes into the action, or it is there, then immediately there is an increase in the level of expression of that particular gene, and then it is remain elevated permanently. It is remaining elevated permanently. So this is permanent and irreversible. See, in this case there is no any positive regulator, and still your gene expression is elevated. Okay, so this increased gene expression, it is persist even after termination of signal, right? Here the signal is terminated and still there is a elevated gene expression. Now this elevation is inherited to daughter cell also. It is inherited to daughter cell also. You understand it like this. Suppose this is mother cell. This is mother cell, right? So here there is a presence of positive regulator, so there is increased elevation of the gene expression, right? So when this cell division occurs and there are two daughter cell, in both the daughter cell the gene expression is elevated, so it is inheritable. Okay, this such type C expression of gene, it is inheritable. So for the type C there are two strong characteristics. The first is that this gene expression, it is inheritable. See, in this case this daughter cell, they had never experienced this positive regulator, right? The positive regulator is experienced by mother cell only. So in mother cell, from basal to this higher gene expression is there, but in case of daughter there is always a higher gene expression. Why? Because of the type C response. It is inheritable. And the second thing is that it is irreversible. Now see, it is not coming back to this basal rate. No, it is not coming back, right? Even in the daughter cell also it is not coming back. So once such gene expression is elevated, it remains elevated and it doesn't come back to the basal rate. So this is the type C. Okay, type C response. So this type A, type B and type C response are important for the exam also. Now the gene expression, it can be regulated at different point. Okay, so gene expressions, they can be regulated at different levels, regulated at different levels. So what are these levels? So we know that what is gene expression. Gene expression means from DNA to RNA, but is it directly a mature RNA? No, it is first a primary RNA. It is a primary transcript. We call it as a transcription, right? Transcription. And from this primary RNA, we get a mature RNA. And this primary RNA to mature RNA, that process, it is known as post-transcriptional modification. Post-transcriptional modification. And from this mature RNA, there is a process of translation and protein synthesis occurs. This is the longest route of gene expression, right? If a particular gene is of rRNA or tRNA, then that expression ends over here. Why? Because in case of rRNA and tRNA, the mature RNA is the functional product, whereas in case of mRNA, this protein is the functional product, right? So there are different levels in case of gene expression. So it can be regulated at any of this level, right? So let's look at the examples. So at the level of DNA, maximum gene expression is regulated is at the level of DNA. So what are these mechanisms? So first is the epigenetic mechanism of this gene regulation. Then there is a gene amplification mechanism is there for the gene regulation. Then there is a gene rearrangement. Then there is a gene switching. And then there is a transposons. So these 5 mechanisms of regulation of gene expression, they are working at the level of DNA. At the level of this transcription, there is inducer or repressor mechanism. Inducer, or you can say induction or repression mechanism is there, and popularly we know it by a operon concept. Then there is a post-transcriptional modification. At this level also certain gene regulation is maintained, and that mechanisms are RNA editing, then alternate RNA splicing, and third one is RNA interference, also known by this RNA subscripti. Okay, so this 5 plus 1 plus 3, that makes total 9 mechanisms are there which are working on the regulation of gene expression at the different levels of gene expression. In the next video, I will discuss about this operon concept, and in the subsequent video we are going to discuss about all of these mechanisms of regulation of gene expression. If you have any query or confusion, please write it down in the comment section below. Thank you.